can't even get it. Max Hardcore Iron Man, and we didn't even die to fire twice. Only once were we bested by fire. Charge! Balls! I teleported! What? That's small. Boom! Oh my god! What the fuck? I'm critting. That's it. Done. Let's go! Yes! That's an 80 solo. Done. Woo! There, dude! Did I win? Yes! Let's freaking go, dude! That is a level 78 combat Zuck Cape completed. There we freaking go, dude. That's the record. Let's go, dude. Oh, that was so sick. Come on, that was so sick. We're going to the bone zone, baby. We ball. What? Do you think there's an increased drop chance if you kill him with the cores? Oh! This one's for the believers. Here we go. Yes! Oh my god! For the believers! Yes! Let's go! Eldritch crossbow done! For the believers! Rise up! We're green! Let's go, dude. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Yes! Okay, back to the G! Quick! Are you ready? 3, 2, done! Yes! Boom! It's done! We are tall and bony, baby! Yes! We did it! We did it! We got the Sarah combo! Yes, dude! Necromancy is a brand new combat style, released into RuneScape on August 7th, 2023. You get both of these in one tick, I'll sub. Done. Go. Done. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can go. Good early evening, gamers. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to the stream. What is going on? Gupard, what's up? Ice Hockey, what's up? Sherbert, what's up? Nathan, what is going on? Elementals, glad you liked the new video. Wait, you said it was too short. Ice Hockey, glad you liked the new video. Don Tiza, glad you liked the new video. Terror, thanks for the nice comments. What's up, LD King? Mr. Skeletal, how are you? Zebra Robles, welcome to the stream. Kobe, what's good? Straight of the Sun, welcome to the stream. Sona, did someone say tax evasion? So yeah, that's the big update for today. Guys, I am no longer a tax fugitive. It was a fun 2 weeks. I gotta say, it was a really fun 2 weeks, but we are now on the straight and narrow. Nukelfurk, what's good? Mark, how are you doing? Rosh, what's good? Nightwolf, what's good? Astral Daniel, what's good? Napa, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Denku, what's good? Miss Skeletal, thank you for the 30 stream streak. Tommy, thank you for the 3 stream streak. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, sorry for the late start. Taxes took a little longer than I expected because I have this thing called a spouse. And apparently the only tax benefit I get for having a spouse is I get the benefit of having to fill out a bunch of forms, which is pretty cool. Yeah, because she's from a different country and we live apart. There's quite literally no there's no difference other than that I had to update my marital status, so that took a little bit of time. But yeah, what's up, everyone? Thank you. What's good? Do I think Jagex is gonna nerf Dwarf Traders tomorrow? What was the command? Oh no. Yeah, they're getting nerfed tomorrow 100%. It was Jmod confirmed that they're being they're being yeeted. But yeah, welcome. Nalia, thank you so much for the 3 months. I appreciate it. That's very kind. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Happy to do AOD if both of you are. I think I am a finish the Tuad KSer at the minute. If that's okay. Nice. Ace Strat, what's good? Thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome everyone. Today's been a pretty productive day. I've got to say, it's not every day that you file your taxes and also put out a YouTube video. That's not bad. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing good. I don't have quite as long to stream today as I would have wanted, but I still have a good like 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna speed run dailies and things. I'm literally just gonna do a rune shop run in Viz, and then we're going. We have an 162 kill streak at Glacier with quite literally the most alkables I've ever seen from a Glacier streak. Like genuinely, I think I'm about to break a record for alkables. And it's kind of coming on like the eve of the possible drop nerf, which is kind of funny. Not that the drop nerf is tomorrow, but like, you know what I mean? In the next little bit, that's going to happen. So it kind of cracked me up a bit. It's like almost to prove a point. You got a scripture full at 9 kill count. Congrats. That's so sick. I was looking at my hardcore Iron Man. My hardcore doesn't have a full book. So I think I'm going to have to do a hardcore Iron Man Zuck situation. Probably. Is there a good way to kill Nikatra with magic and hard mode? Yeah, I love magic Nikatra. That's literally my favorite way of doing Nikatra. What are you struggling with? But yeah, no, it works, it goes well, it's sick. Make a bunch of kids and then you'll get tax benefits. You know what that reminded me of? I think the states passed a bill because like birth rates are down or whatever, and it was like, have a kid, get $5,000. And everyone was like, wait, because the way the US medical system is, it is so insane that the fee you get for giving birth at a hospital is like 30 grand. It's like, okay, well, yeah, add a couple zeros to there, and then maybe we'll think about it. I don't know what exact projections are these days, but I know like a couple years ago when I was looking into it, it's something like a couple $100 grand per kid from age 0 to 18. Something like that. So, you know, a save 5K on your next childbirth Black Friday promo just doesn't seem that good in the economic perspective of reality. So I got Dale trying to have a good rotation. I don't like being super sweaty with forticking things. Yeah, you don't need to fortick. I don't fortick at all when I'm maging. And yeah, I've been getting like 4-minute kills on this account. And this account is not a best in slaughter. $300K? Yeah, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but it's a lot. It's more than you would think. Forticking is mostly dead. Hi, Pygood. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Today's actually going to end up being a really fun day. I feel like, you know, money is really heavy. And let me tell you guys, we lost some weight today. No, but it is nice not having it hanging over my head. My taxes were hanging over my head for a while, so we're chilling. Do you guys think I can call myself a former tax fugitive, though? That's not confusing, right? Like, it just kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think I can call myself a former tax fugitive. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, really? I was stressed about forticking. Yeah, forticking is like the most optional thing on planet Earth. Yeah. Move to Europe. I'm good. I like Canada, actually. Canada's really cool. More than 6 time runes? Hoobs, I don't want to disappoint you. But they came from Legos. Legos made me time runes. I'm not a good Iron Man. Legos is a good Iron Man and I'm a fraud. And that's the truth. I know. He made me a shipment of time runes. Game is game. Yeah, to be fair, if nothing else, it means I did a good job of picking teammates. Like, I picked teammates that were all good Ironmen and smart. You know? So, in a way, that was a good decision. I'm so bad at remembering to cast Timey-Wimey. We're calling it Timey-Wimey? Also, check this chest. 682 mil is disgusted. That is the most ridiculous chest at this point in a streak I've ever seen. And I've done a lot of these. Like, I've done a lot of 200 kill streaks. I'm kind of mind blown by how good it's been. I don't know what I want to listen to though. See, that is a problem. I gotta find something I want to listen to. We could do this. This would be a safe bet, I think. All right. So you're saying this should get nerfed? Okay, look how many alchables this is. I have a 93 mil coin pouch. I have 88 mil in raw GP. As well, yeah, it's all alchables. I've been very lucky on salvage, but oh my goodness, it's crazy. All right, team. I need to get Grim pages, but let's grip it and rip it. The goal is to not die. If I do like a 20 kill streak, will I get like 50 mil? Honestly, I don't think you'll get 50 mil from a 20 kill streak, but you'll get a lot of alchables. It's very good for that, specifically. Wild magic? Double wild magic? Yeah, see, the tough part about this boss now is, like, we're at the point where if I miss a prayer flick, I just die. And I don't know, I don't love that. Is that my favorite thing in the world? Like, no, not really. You know what I do like, though? Booming the minions like that. Whew. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, there is also, like, a lot of luck dependency. Like, I've had 200 kill streaks with less than 700 mil. And then this one, I'm guessing, is going to be over a bill. Which I've never had before, by the way. Like, that's very, very rare. Assuming I don't die, obviously. Because, you know, if I die, then it probably won't be. Finally done at Thieving right before nerf. What level are you going for? I was kind of doing some thieving en route to 200 mil on the main, and then I actually brought Tall and Manly there too. Just for, like, I don't know. If Thieving 110 ever happens, it felt like it would make sense that I may as well early bird bonus it. Especially since after Monday, I may not actually be able to do the method at all. Because, like, if you take too much damage than Ring of Life, then I just can't do it anymore. It's not safe. Is Calg better than a Reaver? So because I'm using magic and I'm using a Fractured Staff of Orbital, yes. For me specifically for this setup, absolutely. In general use, though, it depends a lot on your setup. And, like, where your damage is coming from. So, like, if you're doing a crit build where you need to be in a crit buff, then Calg is probably better. But if you're doing the kind of setup where your damage is less crit reliant, then you might be better off on a Ripper with scrolls. On an Iron Man, though, I always recommend a Calg. Because Ripper Demon also requires so many more scrolls than the Calg. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Oh no, help. My favorite thing is the new perk is largely useless once traders get nerfed. So, interestingly enough, I actually don't think it is. I just think that, like, you'll have to... Okay, so one, I'm going to cope. Allow me to cope for a second. I actually think it would be really cool if they perfectly balance the dwarf traders nerf in such a way... I told you it was a cope. In such a way that you can still full AFK them, but there is, like, a dedicated world where people are setting up accounts with things like Ice Asylum to make it, like, actually survivable. I think that would be exceptionally cool. So, that's my cope, is if the nerf is done well, it won't kill the method. It'll just make it a little more involved. Like, you go to the dwarf traders world and everybody's working together. Second thought is if it gets nerfed to the point that it, like, completely dies, it's still gonna be, like, the perk is still gonna be good for lower levels. Like, I used Oblivious on this account, and it was awesome. I got 10 thieving levels in a day from 71 to 78 or 79. It was great. Did I win? Nope. Keep it moving. Loot from the last 27 mil XP at dwarves. 7 mil. Yeah, I'm sure everything in there is, like, actually valueless now. Petition to rename to Wand Wiggler? I think I'm good. That's a pup tier name, to be honest. Worst case scenario, the method becomes less AFK. It's not dying, though. Yeah, it's still the best XP in the game, right? What's wrong with Pup's names? Pup has had some absolutely insane names. Like, when he applied to the RuneScape creator program, I think I got a message from a JMod, and it was like, Ryan, do you know who Leakage Larry is? And I had to say, yeah, that's Pup. I hate him. Oh, 100 life points! Survive! I'm the GOAT. That was great. Oh no! Oh no! Stop! I almost tendered myself to death. Wait, that would have been absolutely insane. Can you imagine if that's how I die? Can you imagine? That was so close. Oh, that would have been such a funny death. Dude, I'm actually sick with it. Nobody dies like he does. Focus? I am focused. I'm not very focused. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little out of it today, but that's okay. I did also get 4 wand resets in a row. That's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing. You guys might think that, like, that's because I'm bad, but I would actually make the argument that I'm able to do stuff like that because I'm good. Like, I knew exactly how much damage I was going to take from every hit because of how skilled I am, you know? See? Like a lesser PVMer, you know, not even a lesser PVMer, a lesser man wouldn't have been able to do that. I love this boss. I actually am pretty cool with this boss. This boss has definitely grown on me. Yeah, no, I meant to click asphyxiate. The tendril was just a misclick. It's okay. We've all been there. Bad and Rage is kind of nice, though? Nice. Wait, why? What makes it nice? Oh! Oh, because it's the exact enrage where the core drop rate goes below 1 in 84. Got it. Yeah, that is pretty nice, actually. Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah. Wow, good on you for knowing that. Most people wouldn't. Love the boss, just hate the unique drop rate. You know, I think that's actually a very reasonable take. I will say, though, getting a core feels pretty special. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad if a core was a little more common. I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, it's not like I'd feel less rewarded if, 400 life points! Holy. We're just juicing it, this kill. It's beautiful. Look at me. Yeah, no. I am just a sucker for streak bosses, honestly. There is nothing I love more than streaking in RuneScape. And, yeah. I'm kind of sad there hasn't been a streak boss since Glacier, to be honest. A streak boss every, like, 7 years? No. A streak boss every 2 years would make me very happy. I also know that people hate streak bosses. I get it. I just, like... I think it's really cool to make a boss that values consistency. It's a different kind of being experienced or being good than a lot of other bosses require, where it's like, do the rot really well as fast as you can. Did I win? Nope. On to the next. Wait, 1884? That's pretty cool. That's a really special year. I don't know if you guys knew this, but 1884 is actually the year. Well, I'll see if anyone in chat knows. Wow, not a lot of 1884 facts coming into chat. Very interesting. Canada independence from France? No. The year after 1883? Technically, yes. The year I was born? Not quite. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. It's actually the year Omid was born. But really, really good guess. Someone said Canada's independence from France is crazy. The year cheese was invented? Wait, are you being dead ass? No, surely they've had cheese before then. Nah, there's no way. Yeah, no, cheese gotta be older than that. Who's Omid? Holy, uncultured. I can't believe this. Oh, I'm gonna die. Everything's fine. Yeah, no. Someone is commenting on the fact that I'm like both very good and very not good simultaneously. That's kind of where I want to be, you know? I want to be constantly on the line. You don't know if I'm actually the worst PVMer in history cosplaying as someone who's decent, or the best PVMer in history but who's cosplaying as being bad, you know? Think about the intrigue. That's right where we want it. Omid is everyone's favorite streamer. And many of our personal heroes. The year the Prime energy drink was set? Wait, really? 1884, huh? I can't believe Omid ego checked you at Spoons. Wait, what did Omid do? Did Omid like who you? No way. He did who you at spoons. That's kind of funny. Classic Omid. Hi, Zinxie, what's good? How are you? Welcome in. Happy possible 200 kill streak day. We'll see. I think it depends a bit on my kill times, but I honestly think we could do it. Yeah, the strat just feels like it's just wand spec as often as humanly possible, and the rest will take care of itself. Easy. Hi, Nightwolf. Thank you so much for the 7 months. I really appreciate it. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you didn't watch it, I think it's one of the better videos in the series, I think. But yeah, we're getting nice and caught up. Oh no, pup. That command is so out of date. I gotta fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, pup. Don't even worry. Did I win? Nope. I love today's video. When's the next one? Good question. I'm guessing. I fixed the command. It should be next weekend. And it should be the Zuck video next weekend. The one exception is if there's a huge, huge update the Monday after, then I'm going to hold the Zuck video another week. In which case, I'll cover the big update if there's a big update. Recharge your Grimithy Chalamet? Bye. That's crazy. So there's a big update. I don't know. I'm kind of I have no knowledge of the release schedule, but cuz didn't people say that the Fasoa Easy K was going to be in the month of May? It's in May per the schedule. Yeah, see? So if that's when that is, I probably don't want to, yeah, I probably don't want to post the Zuck video like a day before that update. But yeah, we will have to see. Also, hi, Pup. How are you doing? So stupid last word was that this week might just be teasers. Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of not expecting it tomorrow because I feel like if it were tomorrow, there would have been more like pre-hype. Tomorrow's just Trader's Change? Well, yeah, here's the thing, right? Game Jam just ended. Yeah, I kind of feel like... And we haven't, like, usually when there's an actual update, you get a blog the week before. There hasn't been a blog, so to me... Oh, I'm dying. Oh, no. Saved. The shield is falling! Attack! Nerfs come out ASAP, but buffs take years of data. I mean, I don't think that buffs take years of data so much as they take dev time. Like, I think the main issue is that nerfing something gets higher priority because it's like actively negatively impacting the game, whereas buffing something you could argue is less urgent. That'd be my guess as to why the buffs take longer than the nerfs. But also, if the buffs are a complete redesign, it kind of makes sense. Like, if the easy K change is just like a numbers change, like a stat change, then I'm like, okay, why did that take that long? But if it's more substantial than that, I don't know. And yeah, if you are a dwarf trader abuser, do it all today, because tomorrow when you wake up, dwarf traders are gonna be killed. They are being nerfed tomorrow. Confirmed. Jmod confirmed. I will never forgive 12 mil Grim pages. You know what? I take back everything I said. I'm with Hoobs on this one. How in the world? Any drops? Dude, I hate getting remnants when you're late on a streak too. It's actually the worst drop you can get. It's like, that could be 100 mil of alcohols. We go again. Oh no, back to safecracking for a bit more XP per hour. Now, I honestly think dwarf traders are still going to be the best. Unless the damage they deal is like 4k. Everyone who's at traders is getting banned. Do you think I would get banned if I spent a bunch of time at traders? Probably, right? Yeah, there are also so many different ways it could go. Like, I actually kind of think it would be cool if there ended up being like an unofficial dwarf traders world where people take turns using persistent rage and ice asylum, and like, I actually think that'd be kind of cool. But there's also a version of it where the damage increase is such that, like, I don't know, you need to wear a regen bracelet, or you need to, like, you need an HP cape, or like a health prayer, or a bunyip. Yeah, there's so much passive healing in this game. And I'm personally totally okay if it kind of has slightly more heal recs. I'd be okay with that. I'm pretty confident though that I won't be able to do them on my hardcore Iron Man. And that, you know, is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. That's kind of a very... That's a niche set of circumstances. Yeah, dude. I actually think it's crazy how I can barely gain HP during this part of the fight. It's scary. And there we go. Nice. All right. Hi, Sir Brammy. Thank you so much for the 2 months. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Oh, no. It's fine. I think back in the day, you used to take a hit there. One thing I will say about Magic Glacier versus Necromancy Glacier. Oh my god, it is a million times easier to deal with the pillars when you're using magic. Because the extra attack range just makes it so good. If you're using Grim, why not use Eclipse Soul for extra healing? I think I would run out of food and die within like 15 seconds on Eclipse Soul. Because Eclipse Soul is almost negligible amounts of healing compared to Soul Split. Like, if you looked at it in terms of like per kill, I think every kill I'm probably healing like... It's got to be like 200,000 HP from Soul Split. And with Eclipse Soul, I would be losing like 90% of that healing. Basically, Soul Split is really overpowered. And I'm looking forward to it being nerfed in 2050. On my 53rd birthday. Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna tilt people. And I don't mean this genuinely. But imagine nerfing Soul Split for skilling profitability because people aren't eating food because they're soul splitting. I shouldn't even said that. I shouldn't even said it. Oh no. I don't even know why that idea popped into my head. It was speaking to me. Actual scatter moment. Hide! Get away, get away! That's why he's a J1 anymore? No, I'm not a J1 anymore, so that I can say that and make that joke without people freaking out. That is genuinely why I'm not a J1 anymore. Oh, salvage! Holy moly. Conjure Vengeful Ghost? Well, here's the thing with the ghost, though. That is fine for the economy because... Wait, let me pull up my list of copes. Because it requires ectoplasm. That's the one. That's it. I'm canceling my sub. Oh no. Wait, please don't. Soul Split nerf and then lucky stackable sailfish on Treasure Hunter. Oh no. There used to be an account called Bad Ideas Incorporated that would just like every like couple months come in and like TTS a terrible idea. I feel like I just had a Bad Ideas Incorporated moment. Make Soul Split consume food? But then what would be the point of the Soul Split? You know what? No, I will say this though, genuinely, like no memes. One of the things that's happened as player power has like tripled over the last few years is Soul Split has also tripled in effectiveness. Because unlike a lot of other healing buffs like Vampora, that were designed with caps in place so that if power creep happened, like, they wouldn't get more powerful. Soul Split wasn't. Oh, that's an eat food moment. Certified. I'm not saying Soul Split should be nerfed though. It's definitely just been... It's been around too long for that, but... Yeah. There's also a design solution to Soul Split as well, which is just make bosses that attack fast so that it's way harder to Soul Split flick. That's basically all you need to do. Ooh. Umlock doing a little ED2. Nice shirt. It matches the boss. Hi, Gemma. Gemma, do you recognize the shirt? Maybe you do. I'm wearing my Forbidden Mod RS Guy shirt. Yeah, they gave me 2 of them, and I gave one to Anna. She wears hers sometimes. Generally speaking, if I ever get a piece of clothing that has my name on it, I give it directly to Anna, because I feel a little weird walking around in a piece of clothing with my name on it, but she seems to have 0 issue with that. So all of my like Runefest creator shirts from years past, my like player advocacy group swag, she has all of it. Mod RS Guy shirt. I hear ya. Every boss should become hard mode Vindicta phase 2. Dude, can you imagine if you were killing Telos and there was like a 1 in a million where you drop into P5 and instead of Telos and the beam spawning, it's just hard mode Vindicta? Did you hear to this about the shadow nerf they did to Seekers that made them not RDT as much? Okay, was it a... Okay, here's the thing. I think I read it in a news post, which to me makes me feel like it isn't really a shadow nerf. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think I've definitely heard about it. It's not a nerf. It was in... It was a bug fix and it was in patch notes. Okay, just a quick qualifier. I don't think we can call it a shadow nerf if it's in the patch week. That would just be a nerf. Right? X in front? I mean, here's the thing. It's a nice keepsake because like it was a really, really cool time in my life. So I'm happy like keeping it, but yeah. Generally though, these days, if you see me wearing my Mod RS Guy shirt, it probably means that it was laundry day. And today was in fact laundry day. Not only did I launder a bunch of money, I mean, not only did I do laundry today, no, I actually did file my taxes today. Did I win? Ooh, look at the alcohols, holy. Ryan the Shadow mod? No, it was kind of awkward though, because I was meant to be like part of Runefest staff, like as a mod, and it would have been fun and like would have been like a RuneScape moment for me. And then I stepped down like a month before Runefest, right? But by that point, they already had the shirts made. So I still got the shirt. Well, what's that peg thing you're talking about? Oh, you know, this and that, here and there, up and down, left and right. It was basically, you know what it was, Hoops? I feel like you'll agree with this. It was the month where a group of gamers worked really, really hard that directly resulted in 2 straight years of Clue Scroll QOL. Genuinely, y'all don't know this, but even though I am known as a Clue Scroll hater and a not a Clue Scroller, I am directly involved, or I was directly involved in, and a major part of the reason why Clue Scrolls randomly got like 2 years of straight QOL updates. Because what it was is it was a thing we did with the Ninja team, but I can say this now because none of the same people work at Jagex anymore or anything like that. It was an advocacy group for the Ninja team, and what we did is we basically gave them ninja strikes, and we like triaged them and everything else. And some of the stuff in there was actually really, really big. Like, I mean, I think a big example would be like the removal of the duel arena was the #1 thing on there that we had. Not that they did that because of us, but and like cost of PVM stuff, and like whatever. We wrote in like 400 different fixes in different categories for what they were. But the person that was working with us, who was the head of the Ninja team, they weren't like a well-rounded player. They had a way better understanding of Clue Scrolls than anything else. And like they were a cluer and they liked Clue Scrolls. So what ended up happening is of the like 400 fixes we sent in, of which like 50 or 60 of them were clues, they did like 10% of the PVM ones, 10% of the achievement ones, 10% of the skilling ones, and they literally did every single clue one. Like, we sent in 60 Clue Scroll ones, they went 60 for 60. So, yeah, basically, that's how I accidentally helped cluers, even though I'm perpetually jealous of how much money they have. Can I turn around with this shirt? Not that kind of stream. Holy. What do you mean? You know, for a price, maybe. On the right platform. Yeah, no, I'm happy to. Recess VOD for RS3 seemed really awkward. So much random silence and sports claps felt like. Yeah, so I talked about this before. It was genuinely, and if I get a chance to, I will pass this on as feedback. The atmosphere at Runefest was absolutely phenomenal. The crowd was super loud. The crowd was super into it. Everyone was super hyped. Like, it was actually awesome. And on stream, it sounded absolutely dead because of the way they mixed the event. What they did is basically they had, and maybe this was like, okay, I'm about to tinfoil hat like crazy. Maybe this was because they were worried about people yelling things about the survey or whatever. I doubt that that's the case, but either way, the crowd was not mic'd. Just the JMods that were speaking were mic'd. So there were points where you'd hear a little bit of audience stuff when it was picked up by the mics that the JMods were holding. But yeah, basically it was not mixed in a good way to convey any amount of excitement. And hopefully next Runefest it is better mixed. But yeah, no, the atmosphere was actually amazing. Everyone was super, super hyped. Yeah, the crowd was loud. Like it was a really, really good crowd. It just, yeah, it wasn't captured very well. Feel like you could play Steve in the Minecraft movie? Wait, that's true. It is kind of that color, isn't it? So you're not using Necromancy pouch to use defensive abilities. Shield is... Oh, I kind of messed this up, actually. I mean, it's not really better, but it works the same way because I have Bone Shield on. So if I reflect with a shield, right, and then I unequip the shield, it keeps my reflect up and it doesn't cost runes. So basically, I'm not bug abusing. Sorry, I am using a game mechanic to use Bone Shield while never needing to use any runes. Did I win? I'm rich. Can't give him Maria Sloud. Hi, this guy doing cosplay and chugging a beer. Yup. Chicken jockey? Oh no. Help. Oh no, that's terrifying. But yeah, here, wait. I'll show you the mod RS guy shirt. All right. Look at me. I'm part of the Runefest staff, guys. It says mod RS guy on the back. Pretty cool. All right, let me cook. You thought it said mod RS DUI? That's crazy. I hope not. I've never even had a ticket. Because remember, if they can't catch you, they can't give you a ticket. I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, worth noting too, my camera is mirrored, so yeah. That is why everything looks like I'm in Australia. Upside down. You say 400 to 440,000 damage per minute. Mathematic is pretty decent, or is on the lower end? Oh god, I'm gonna die. Shit. Saved. Everything's fine. Sorry. That was my bad. Yeah, I think, like, compared to the space of the whole game, that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very high DPM. If you think it's low, it might be that you're just, like, in really, really high-level spaces. But, yeah. Like, 440 DPM, that's gotta be, like, in the top 1% of wizards, easily. Yeah, to me, 440 DPM is, like... You're probably doing some spell switching. You probably have a pretty good understanding of a Fasoa rotation. You probably have good gear and good perks. And you're definitely a better PVMer than Sahel. But you already knew that. Oh, there's no way, dude. I got Labima? I don't want Labima. Hi, the Max Cape. Holy moly. Oh my god, dude. Okay. This is just a crazy, No way I signed! Huh. Ooh. Ha! Wait, I signed to a minion, too. That's really embarrassing. I'm gonna die. Oh, goodness. Oh, good heavens, Chad. Can't believe I subbed for this? I know! Trust me, I'm embarrassed too. I'm not, so maybe Runemetrics is lying to me. Yeah, it might be. I mean, best way to figure out what your DPM is, though, is like... I wouldn't even use win metrics. I would just kill a boss and then divide your kill time by the HP. Yeah, this guy, hello. Why am I catching top 5 most random stray? It's not a random stray. I was trying to help a new PVMer understand if they were good or not. And like it or not, Sahel, you happen to be a universally recognized DPM threshold. Okay, that was the worst kill in history. Holy. Whew, okay, keep it going. My latest test is 5k damage. This is 420k DPM. Wait, your 500k damage test. So you're saying you did 500k damage in like a minute and 10 seconds? I don't know exactly what you mean. Are you guys flaming me? Look. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. What's the best boss to make money? Like technically it's like Zamorak and Telos and Sanctum of Rebirth and Hard Mode. But there are like 20 different bosses or activities that are more than 50 mil an hour. So you got a lot of good options. What I usually tell people if they're struggling to make money is like, the best moneymaker isn't actually like whatever the wiki says is the best GP per hour. It's the moneymaker you're actually gonna do. Like, I don't think it's hard to make money. I don't think people don't know moneymakers. They just don't have money makers that they like. It's very much a personal question, but Venator remains are 50 to 60 mil an hour? Wait, really? Wait, no way. They can't be that good. I don't believe you. Like, level 5 archaeology spot Venator remains. For historic comps. Holy cow. Yeah, case in point. Yeah, my best advice definitely would be to like find a boss or an activity that you enjoy and then just spend time playing the game, having fun doing the thing that you enjoy doing. And the money and the upgrades will kind of take care of themselves. The most money I've ever made in this game was on an Iron Man account because I was just playing to play the game and to progress. And I came out of it with like a 30 bill bank in 2 years. I just want the money to appear. Well, have I got some good news for you? Did you know that you can buy GP in this game? By pressing the Get Bond button that pops up every time you log in. No, I'm kidding, but there definitely was a period of time where the Get Bond button was like, huh, pretty, you know? I would say it was pretty, like, at the forefront of the human experience, you know? Dude, I need, like, a 20x wand reset. I'm struggling right now. Yeah, this is definitely where the kills get a little slower. Just because, like, I'm taking more damage, right? Like, I actually need to... Occasionally, I have to eat food. You know, I am being very genuine, though. Like, if there is an upgrade that you want in the game and you don't want to make money for it, and it's not billions of coins, I don't know. Sometimes people frown upon people buying bonds, but, like, it's just part of the game, dude. Like, at this point, it has been in the game for so long. Like, as much as I wish you couldn't buy GP in this game, you can. So... yeah, I'm starting to get hit a little bit, you know? This kill's been a lot better than the last one, at least. Historic components are 10 mil an hour. Who said 50 to 60? Yeah, I was going to say they're probably not 60 mil an hour, but... that'd be the single best low-effort moneymaker in the game. I don't know, maybe it's not on the wiki? Maybe it's that super secret forbidden method, but... did I win? Ooh, no! No! Someone said W. Grats? What do you mean grats? You won? No, we didn't win. We lost. Chat, we lost. That is not a win. That is a cataclysmic, catastrophic, catatonic loss. Until we hit the dormant chest. All right? Yeah, let's just go hit the dormant chest. Screw it. 2 cores left. A catapultic loss. A catapultic loss. Start inventing words. A catableponic loss. A caloric loss. I still use the magic spellbook. Is that bad? If you're trying to deal damage at like an end game point, yes, I would say that that is bad. Because ancients are kind of designed for the dealing of damage. That's such a great drop. RSDUY. Dormant Core of Lang next? I'm ready, Glotz. I'm in. I am aggressively game. Yeah, I don't know what Enrage it's going to be, but I do feel like before the end of the 200 kill streak, I'm going to have a point where my kills get faster when I start wearing Crypt Bloom and Animate Dead. Because I'll just get access to a better rotation, right? I do really like Temporal Anomaly though. Like right now, I'm definitely happier on Temporal Anomaly. But my expectation is at some point to please switch it to 2K. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, I'm not really using much food, but I am having to think about my HP a lot. That's why it's so annoying that Crumble Undead is on normals. Yeah, I'm with you there. That was always a weird one. Until an Omni spellbook comes out. Alright? When the Omni spellbook comes out, copium shipment, then we'll be all good. You have to bang for the drop? I don't know. I think I've retired banging. I don't think I bang anymore. Banging is like a thing of the past, you know? Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Are rocktails good here? Okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't have the fishing level, I don't think, to cook blubber jellyfish. I actually have some caught ones. But I also feel like I will get flamed if I'm like, hey, someone in my group, would anyone be like so kind as to cook up these green blubbers for me? Like, I just feel like Pup's gonna call me poor. So, rocktails are the safest option, alright? It's purely for social reasons. Like, we literally have a suite of emotes set up specifically for flaming people who use green blubber jellyfish. And I don't think that I want that to be me. It's too big of a risk. All right. In 3, in 2, in 1. Nope. I guess we go again. Is that how able to do? I'm gonna stop after a minute of doing damage? No. Wait, I waited till I hit 500k damage and I stopped to look at what DPM said it was. So don't do that. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Like, it's just a math question, right? Just do literally do 500,000 damage or do 1 million damage and just start a timer. And then look at the timer when it's done. And then just divide your amount of damage by your amount of minutes. That is a much easier way to do it. Yeah, I would just do it like that. Yeah. Wait. I think I literally have... Oh, no, I'm out of flasks. Oh, boy. Wait, am I out of brews, too? I have a lot of brews. They're just not flasked. Okay. Do I have flasks? No, I do not. Okay. Okay. I know what to do, chat. I know what to do. Don't worry. Let me cook. Hey, Skeleton, thank you for 26 months. I appreciate it. That's very kind. I'm going to mine the stuff for flasks, at least. And then throw them and store it? No. Then I can make them myself. Wait, I don't need anybody for this. Yeah, because I have the level to blow glass. So we're good. Yeah, I'm in. I'm fixing this myself. Is this a group Iron Man? This is a competitive, ranked group Iron Man account. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is the most skilling I've ever done. No, we're good. Everything's good. You got the blowing qualifications all by yourself. I did. I'm 93 crafting. You could do a lot worse than 93 crafting. If I hard to beat my bond with bossing IRL stuff, do you recommend I get Premier for $100 a year? I mean, the value of money for your time is very, like, it's very much a personal question, right? The way that I see it and I justify paying for membership is... Wait, is he teaching me how to use the machine? Wait, I've done this before, though. Brother, let me blow. Buddy. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, safe. Easy. We're cooking now. Well, we're blowing now, I guess. But yeah, so sorry, the question about bonds. To me, based on how many hours I'm playing RuneScape costs me like 20 cents an hour, which compared to like most other forms of entertainment in the world, I get really good value off of me paying for RuneScape. So I justify it that way, and I'm willing to. But it really depends on if you can justify spending that amount for how much you play. Are you glad that Anna isn't here? No. What? I'm just out here doing what I gotta do, you know? And yeah, exactly. So in a group Ironman, quests are separate. So everyone has to do their own quests. But you have an individual bank and then also a separate bank that is a group bank. It's called the group storage. For that comment you just made? No. What do you mean? I said nothing wrong. Where are my poverty blubber jellyfish? Wait. But I caught so many of them. What? What? Oh no. Okay, I'm concerned. What if, okay. What if I put them in storage, right? What if I put them in storage and then they were stolen? What do you guys think? Someone hacked me. Yeah, someone had to have hacked me. What is this clip? Blowing now, I guess. Yeah. What? Well, we're blowing now, I guess. Yeah, I'm glass blowing. But yeah, so sorry. Anyway. Sounds like you only fished in your dreams. You should just do a lost item claim. I honestly think that's a good idea. I mean, if Sahel can do a... Yeah, no, we're all good. Yeah, if Sahel can do a lost item claim for gear that he never had because he wasn't able to log into his account and grind out things that he was going to grind out, I think I can do one for fishing. Is it a meme that the third Jaya member doesn't play anymore? I saw it on Reddit. Wait, which meme? I don't know. I'm not familiar with this. Did the bop drop? Yes, the bop did drop. It's apparently a running joke that when you make a group, one person just never plays. Yeah, that's definitely like a group Iron Man thing, for sure. Is that like most groups die out. And like have random people, like there's one person that does all of the upkeep for everybody else. It's Legos. There's one person that's like really, really bad. That's Pup. There's one person that's really efficient. That's Yo Man. There's one person that literally can't do anything for himself. It's me. Yeah, that's like kind of normal. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, team. I actually think I'm good now. I think I got everything I need. One person that's real tall. Yep, that's me. I frequently get flamed for like having IRL responsibilities and things. Pup flames me almost every day. He's always like, oh yeah, Ryan won't be on tonight. Sorry, guys. He's got to do physio at volleyball at a hockey game with his family. Anyway. All right, let's go. We are so back. It's time to finish him. Yeah, no. I wanted 6-dose brews because, like, there's a level of scuffedness that I'm okay with. As an example, like, not having a prayer renewal potion, that's not a big deal. That's fine. But yeah, bringing like 2-dose brews is like, no, I'm gonna die doing that. That's not smart. Oh yeah, here's a question, by the way, too. Is there a speed killing timer for 2K in Rage, Glacier? Because it kind of feels like we're about to hit 2K. Oh, I'm dying. Yeah, that's the hard part. Has the group lost any lives? I'm not overloaded. So it's not a hardcore. It's a regular Iron Man. Because for some reason, or for whatever reason I should say, RuneScape 3 doesn't have hardcore group Iron Man. Even though it'd be really cool if it did. It is a game mode that does not exist. You're thinking of heading to Raising Cane's? I don't think I've ever been to a Raising Cane's. I definitely haven't been to a Raising Cane's, actually. I'll take it a step further. Do they have Raising Cane's in Canada? I kind of doubt it. It's 5:30 at 3K. Oh, so the speed achievements are 1K and then 3K. Interesting. Okay. That is actually really interesting. How about you focus on raising your height, buddy? Thanks, Cupard. I'm sorry for you. Really hard to see you not advocating with group hardcore. Iron Man, F this game. Wait, is that what someone actually said? No way. That's crazy. That's not a real comment, right? No, that can't be a real comment. Wait, that was a when was that comment? No way. How did I miss it? Alright, I need someone in chat to reply to it so I can take a look. Oh, it is. Wait, it's on my YouTube? What? But see, the awkward thing about that, there's an internet lesson here actually, which is people will flame you for not doing a thing that you explicitly did because they had their own head in the sand. Well. Unlucky. Wait, is that on my video from today? Yes, sir. Yeah, well, whatever. I've said it before. If I were personally responsible for every individual person I encounter's dumb, well, I'd be apologizing for Gupart a lot. And I've not apologized for him once. And that tells you all you need to know about that comment. Did I win? Nope. Unlucky. I love scrolling through the comments on Ryan's vid. It's amazing. Wait, now I'm like scared. Wait. But yeah, by the way, I was a huge advocate for group hardcore Iron Man. Just so you guys know. In the last episode, after breaching, I'm scared. Is it gonna be bad? When people go, I love looking through Ryan's comments. One orb to hold and another to ponder. Okay. Okay. Pup is a champ? Okay. Really enjoying all the videos. Thank you. Wait. Okay, wait. Ice hockey or a Twitch chatter. Doesn't count. I think you're having an effort. Yada, yada, yada. It was literally Nathan. Absolute banger. This guy definitely bangs. Thank you. Your movement is insane. Thank you. Another day, another stray for me to catch. Legos died like 30 times in this video. We have a bang. You spelled will right, but comics exception. There's more to the I before. Someone's educating me on English. There's more to the I before E except before C. It's I before E except after C when sounding like A as in neighbor and slay. The exceptions are weird, ancient, chic, sized, seized, and height. Bro, the way that this is typed is actually making my brain melt into a puddle. I don't know if that's a dyslexia thing, but that is actually burning my soul. All right, I'll like it because it's informative. Minnesota's result in 20% less damage if we pray correctly, because down takes reduced from 50 to 40. This is often mistaken. I mean, I know how it works, but it... Okay, fair enough. I'll like that one too. Pippin is so cute. What breed is he? He's 100% cat. Okay, we're doing fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Dating tip? Ah! Jesus Christ, what are these accounts? I don't like that at all. Unsubbing for you, really sad to see. That was the first comment. Sorry. I didn't want you to be able to have fun. All right. We're good to go. All right, we can go back. That wasn't so bad. Hi, Gibby. How are you? Checker deck. I'm assuming so. But yeah, no. It is interesting though. Like, I am curious as like, not that it like actually matters at all, but I'm curious as to how someone would like, I don't know what I did that would make someone think that I didn't want group hardcore Iron Man, you know? Unless their thinking is that because I didn't boycott group Iron Man, I advocated for not making group hardcore. Yeah, that's actually probably what it is. I actually thought about it, by the way. I actually thought about not playing group Iron Man on launch because I wanted to hold out for hardcore. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that was a reasonable content recap, or comment recap. There was nothing bad in there. It was all good. Y'all, you actually, I kind of got one guide, to be fair. But someone in chat was like, Ryan's comments were crazy. And I was like, oh no, did something bad happen? But nope. All just the regular amount. I've also said this before too. I was crazy once. Hi, Tengris Rules. Holy moly. Thank you so much for the 27 months. I appreciate it. Whether it's 87s from World events, does it make stuff like Dragonlance out of useless? No, because they're different. So the Lance has extra attack range, so it's a better melee weapon than the Wildy one. But yes, it is kind of, I would personally say it's bad design that you can get tier 87s from AFK and Wildy events. But that's more of a subjective bad design than like a this ruined progression in RuneScape kind of bad design. Yeah, very subjectively, I think it's bad, but it's not as bad as one would think. Okay. This whole kill's been all bungled up. This group hardcore, would you out Pup? He likes to die a lot and never wears a sign. No, I would never kick Pup. I also don't know that like I don't know if the same group are people that are interested in a group hardcore, but I don't know. I think I am living, breathing proof that if you're trying not to die, no matter what kind of PVMer you are, no matter how bad your reputation is, whatever else, like, it's doable. You can do it. Anyone can be a hardcore player. You just need to make good choices, basically. Yeah. Like, I die all the time on my main. I die all the time on this account. I also have one of the hardcore Iron Men with the most PVMing done on it. Is the Zuck video coming out before GTA 6? Yeah, it is. It literally might come out this weekend. And if not this weekend, like next weekend, it'll be the weekend after. But yeah, the video is ready. It's done. It's fantastic. Oh, I signed again! Oh no. Wait, why did I do that? That wasn't very smart. That wasn't particularly cash money of me. What a weird decision to make. It's almost like I chose to sign. Oh wait, I'm in Fasoa right now. Oops. Okay, I have just completely screwed up this kill. It's okay. Am I not using Calg scrolls? So I would be, but unfortunately, my Calg is spending some time upstate with his family. And definitely not died. No, definitely the least dead Calg. And let me tell you, I know what a dead Calg looks like. When will he be back? Well, he's actually going to come back. But he's going to come back as a completely new Calg that is many years younger and less decrepit. That's how it works, actually. When they go upstate, it's actually like an anti-aging serum. And then the Calg becomes a new Calg. Did I win? Nope. Okay, look. I took him out back and I shot him. All right? I can't live a lie. Okay, nice. New Calg just dropped. Ryan's Calg will return in Avengers Doomsday. Perfect. Yeah, it's the thing that everyone's parents told them when, like, a beloved hamster passed away. Or a fish. If you die, do you lose all of your loot? You don't lose all of your loot. You lose a percentage of your loot. Also, this is our 2K kill, which is kind of fun. Also, sorry, Tommy, if you didn't like the reference. What are your thoughts on me having to do fishing again? Why do you have to do fishing again? I don't know. Yeah, I would like to get a core. I think... as a group Iron Man now, this is the third 200 kill streak? And it's like almost the fourth 200 kill streak. Which feels like a lot of Glacier. To me, anyway, it feels like a lot of Glacier. I also know that's the whole point of the boss, though, is that cores don't exist, but... yeah, because Yeoman's done a 200 kill streak. Legos has done a 200 kill streak. And then the streak where Yo Man got the core was not a 200 kill streak. It was like slightly before he claimed it. So we're far along. Who's winning game 7? I don't know, but I will absolutely be hate watching. Let me tell you. Have you tried getting the core? No, maybe I need to. Well, I definitely need to. Hi, Reloading for you. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Also, I did want to say sorry for the late start to the stream today. Getting the video ready took me a couple hours, and then filing my taxes also took a couple hours, and then all of a sudden, my day kind of disappeared. But I still did want to go live because I said I was going to stream today. So I figure better late than never is semi-reasonable. Yeah, I actually do wonder if it would be worthwhile for me to push at Glacier. Like, let's say I get this 200 kill streak done, right? How crazy would it be to just push? Like, just keep pushing. Get to 3K. I just think that it might be like it might be fewer cores per hour. It might be. Then going to an enrage that I can kill quickly. Did I win? Ooh. You have completed a Song of Ice and Ire. Defeat the Archglacior at 2,000% enrage. And we are still coreless, unfortunately. Keep it going, I guess. How do you get fewer than 0 cores per hour? Well, no, I'm thinking like on average, right? Like, it's very possible that the optimal enrage for me to do at Glacier is like 500%. That would obviously be very boring. I'm not saying I would want to do that, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was like technically better. Nice title though. Yeah, not bad. I think I'm going to keep the Devourer Eternal title for a bit. Just because it's a cool title, but... Phones are very bad for core. Yeah, but you have to think about how much faster they are, right? Like, if I can do a 1K kill in 2 minutes, or a 2K kill in 5 minutes... It's possible that 1K is actually better than 2K for me. I gotta overload. Yeah, I'm not sure about this strat where I just sun as often as I can. Like, that's a useless sunshine. I'm gonna get into it as it's despawning. Oh yeah, directly into minions too. Okay, well, that sucks. Yeah, so now I'm Fasoed with no sunshine. Yeah, this feels like it should be illegal, but whatever. What unlocks from Death Try Paradise over a Hydrix? Once you can make the Reaper necklace and the Amulet of Souls, I would prioritize those, probably. One that I would always get on a hardcore is the Sign of Life double HP thing, but I don't think you need that on a regular account or regular iron. Yeah. Possibly look at getting a Ring of Death as well. It's actually really, really good for mid-level. In the mid-game, it's like your best ring. Or it can be your best ring, so that's definitely a good one. Pushing in rage gives you something to do. Yeah, it's definitely more interesting to me than like camping 500s, without a doubt. It's just if the goal is like aggressively mission direction. There's the Vuln, there's the SC, and we're good. Oh yeah, Reaper's Choice is really good too. Yep, agree. What is in your EOF? Is it an IBANS? It is an IBANS. I got on my Sunshine there just for one hit of Omni. That is absolutely tragic, but it's fine, I guess. Ivan makes Zami P7 so free. Ivan is really good. I'm not gonna call it slept on because like people are definitely using it now, but I think like when the changes were announced and Ivan became good, I think at that point, like on that day, pretty slept on. Not a lot of people were talking about it, and it turned into like an absolute mainstay. All right, before the minions spawn, let's go kill the boss. What have you got for me, Glacior? Hydrix bolt tips. All right. I guess we'll keep going. G-Staff is good, and I actually have everything I need for the second EOF sitting in group storage. But I was going to wait until the next time I need it before I make it, just in case like we need Hydrix Dust, or like maybe Yeoman gets his Bulg done first. So I left it just to be safe. Yay, more Elks. Yup. Oh, Rod for P7 Zami. Yes, that is also a good one. Man, can I say, I am absolutely terrified of pushing the 2K Zami on the hardcore. That's going to be such a sketchy grind. It's just such a big risk. I think I might honestly save that for last. I don't know. There are two different ways of doing it, right? I could go for Mastery Aura, doing the easiest stuff first. Or I could start with the hardest stuff. I think it probably makes more sense to start with the easier stuff, the safer stuff. Am I doing another hardcore? No, I'm doing the same hardcore at some point. I just got my eye on a main, but didn't know the comparison. Yeah. So the trick to Iban staff is just from a damage value standpoint. Iban staff does more damage than a wild magic. So it's really, really strong. It just also costs a lot of adrenaline. So in terms of a use case, it's really good at Zamorak as an example because you keep getting your adren refunded. So you can Iban blast a bunch right before the refund. And that's like a very well-established meta thing to do. There we go. Do that, do that, do that. And we're cooking. Yeah, these kills are getting, they're getting lengthy. That's kind of why I don't really think I want to switch to Crypt Bloom. If I switch to Crypt Bloom, right, the long kills are just going to get even longer. I don't want to get 7-minute long kills. That's, like, terrible. I think the longest I'd be, like, happy with, or, like, not even happy with, but, like, willing to pursue is, like, 6. You used to run Carapac and Crypt Bloom, and each kill was 13 minutes? I mean, to be fair, right? A kill is a kill is a kill. And the GP per kill at Carapac is like, I don't know, it used to be like 10 mil a kill or something. Back when Kara was the best money in the game. So I actually kind of get that. I mean, I used to low effort Carapac with Bic arrows, right? And that was the same thing. Kills were not fast, but... All right, that was a decent kill though, actually. 4 minutes. What do you got, Free Blast? Not a great drop in there. I'm not going to lie. All right, keep it going. Carabac's 2 mil a kill now? Nah, surely it's more. Right? It's got to be more. I'm going to check. Carapac. Carapac is 5.6 mil a kill. Do you get double lightning walls? Oh, and 13-minute kills. That is a question to ask. Now, when I was doing Bic arrow kills, they were like 4.5 minutes. It was kind of unethical. Because you only had to click a few times a kill. All right, let's go. Sometimes you would see 3 walls. See, someone may flame you for that, but I don't think most people could genuinely survive that long. So I'm scared, but I think I mostly respect it. I've yet to see 3 mil on a kill. Well, so it's average, including uniques. Most like GB per hour figures, they look at the average GB per kill, assuming you're getting like your on drop rate. In the PVME boss revenue section though too, it does separate the it separates the uniques from the commons. So you can see exactly how much it would be from just uniques and just from commons. How come I don't add filters for my keyboard presses? Oh, so you don't hear them? It's a good question. I've never been asked to. I think it's something that, in general, I could be wrong about this, that people don't mind. But yeah, maybe it's a thing that everybody hates. And they've been too polite to tell me for the last 10 years. Yeah, that's why. I'm not just going to say immersion because you could use immersion for like a cop-out answer for just about anything, but it's how we know you're not macroing. I don't know. I feel like it's, to me anyway, it feels slightly more like, I don't want like loud clackety keyboard that is constantly in the background and really, really loud, obviously, but I actually don't mind hearing some keyboard sounds, some game sounds, things like that when I'm watching a stream. When I watch like a RuneScape stream and they don't have any game sounds on, as an example, like they don't have their sound effects on, to me, I find it harder to like kind of get into what they're doing. It feels like a little less into it. Yeah. And for keyboard sounds, it's kind of the same thing, where I could absolutely lower them if I thought it was a problem, but I don't think I do. I don't think most people mind it. I also say there's a certain irony to it, which is that I quite literally use silent switches, but then I counteract the silent switches by bludgeoning them to death and mashing so hard on most of my inputs. So, you know, bit of a weak point. I like when Ryan locks in and you just hear the keyboard sounds. Yeah. There are definitely advantages and disadvantages to it. I think it comes down to personal preference, in which case I would make a change to my setup if I felt like most people felt one way or the other. Could do is route your game sounds to stream and mute it for yourself. Wait. Route my keyboard. So I would separate my keyboard sounds from the rest of my audio mix. I signed? Oh no. It's not good, is it? There's no way those are signed switches. They are. I promise you, the sound you hear is not the switch itself. It's the sound of my hand, like my finger colliding it with it. Like if it didn't move at all, it would sound just as loud. We don't hear the switch at all. We just hear him bottoming out the key. Exactly. Did I win? Nope. On to the next. Yeah. No, the switches themselves are not the problem. Like here. Oh. I don't know if you even hear that at all, but that's me hitting my E key. It's not loud. The loud part is my hand slamming into it at 80 miles an hour. Making sure to have a good directional mic. I definitely... I do in fact have a good directional mic. I think I have the most classic directional mic in the world. I'm using an SM7B. I think yeah, I'm put it this way. I've done a lot of audio setup. I've done my own audio setup and my own audio production for the last like 8 years. I am personally happy with it. I have set it up the way that I like it. I have no, yeah, I have no qualms about it. Other than the fact that you guys have to listen to my voice, that is just a fat L. Sorry about that, everyone. But I don't. Because I don't monitor my audio. Am I also spam pressing keys? Sure am. You're good? Oh, I know. I've never had my audio backseated. Like, usually people backseat my gameplay. Or my face. Somehow, people don't like my nose. Let me tell you, I was born with it, all right? Yeah, I've never had my audio backseated. I do think in general, though, audio is super subjective. Like, it really is. There are best practices you could follow, and maybe I don't follow all of them, but there's kind of no, yeah. There's no such thing as, like, objectively good audio. One of the bigger streamers I watch mirrors audio so he can hear himself talk. I don't understand how he doesn't go crazy. So that's pretty, like... That is actually best practice. It's standard to do. The only reason I don't monitor my audio currently is because I have open-backed headphones, so I can hear myself talk anyway. Just because, yeah, like... Same way I can hear when someone walks into my room. I can hear myself, so I don't need to. But yeah, in the past, whenever I've had, like... a thick Razer gaming headset, yeah. It's just a button I can press and then I can hear myself in real time. It's not really annoying. Like, you get used to it faster than you'd think. But yeah, you guys coming probably so awful seeing all the stuff and not knowing most. Oh, and RuneScape? Nah. I mean, yeah. that's a RuneScape problem though. I don't know that that's one that I can solve on a human level. Try turning your camera around so we see a POV of your monitor and what's also on your monitor. You know what? I have done a keyboard cam before. The problem is some of y'all got real freaky with the comments about my hands. I'm being dead serious too. Y'all would have had perpetual keyboard camera and y'all ruined it. Your loss. Why don't you have an audio mixing team? Mostly money. Put it this way, one day I would absolutely love to not do everything with my stream production myself. That would be really cool. I don't think we're there yet. Maybe in a few years though. That'd be cool. I was like sort of sketchy. There we go. What about a cat cam? Yeah, I could do that. He's kind of in Either he's completely knocked out or he becomes a perpetual motion machine. And there's no in between. I tried it. I felt like I was trying to talk over myself because there was a delay. Did I win? Nope. Yeah, so that's the trick with it is sometimes there's like if you get it with 0 delay, it feels just like if you're talking out loud or very similar to that. And there's also a part of it too, is you have to keep it really quiet so it's in the background. Because yeah, otherwise, yeah, I totally get you. When will you finally have someone else do your gameplay? Literally anytime you guys want me to bring Pup on, we could do it. Do I hear my own music? I do. Yeah, music and alerts and all that stuff. I hear everything that you hear. Dude, that'd be such a scam. Can you imagine if I didn't actually hear any channel point rewards? Y'all spend like a collective 8 million channel points a year on sound alerts. That's a good idea, actually. That's kind of diabolical. I like it. Now we're thinking. But yeah. I will say this though too. If you have any like genuine feedback about my streams, audio, video, like genuine feedback, feel free to send it over to me. I'm always trying to improve and do better, but that was me being asked why I don't edit out my keyboard sounds and me answering the question. Please add more static? Ooh, okay. Extra camera aimed at Pippin. He's not here right now. He's away doing cat stuff. Could I get a GoPro for him? I mean, I guess. Well, okay, but do you want to see his POV? Like, do you want to see what he sees, or do you want to see him? Because here's the thing. He's got a huge body and a tiny head. So I don't think his weight could actually, like, support like a GoPro that was pointing back at him. Okay. Yikes. It's kind of bad. I mean, it wasn't really that bad. It was just like, you know? Not how you draw it up in the playbook. Both? Perfect. How come you check it spam by invention stuff? Because I double hit my... Whenever I'm switching main hands, I switch my offhand too. Like when I main hand offhand, I press the same 2 buttons at the same time to do both, so. Yeah. As an example, you're gonna see it right there because that was from my offhand. Because I switched orbs manually and then my other orb, I just pressed my main hand and my offhand key at once. Oh yeah, and the 700,000 macros, but... Yeah, the fable I told you all I regaled you all with about Macro Marty, the Immaculate, was actually about me. Well, I'm kind of dying, bro. Saved. Man, I'm almost at 2100 in rage. It's not bad. Triple wand reset helps. Wait, I actually just blasted there. Did I win? Dude. We're coming along, though. It's coming along nicely. All right, keep it going. Big fan, keep it the good work. Just restart account last night. Spent all day watching your videos, understanding everything new to RS3. Thanks for your help. No worries. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the videos and you found them helpful. That's sick. That is literally why I make them. And welcome back to RuneScape. All right, team. We're in the final push of this 200 kill streak. Grim charge check, yeah. So I'm gonna re-aura after this hour anyway, so we're all good. But thank you, Octagon Cake. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Indonite. Y'all have similar colored names, so sometimes at a glance, I mix you guys up. I mean, y'all have the same color name, all right? It happens sometimes. Especially when I'm like specifically and actively trying not to die. Yeah, it's two light purple names that both have VIP badges. How many kills are we in? I think this is 181 right now. We're doing pretty well. Not that this is anywhere in the same realm of as impressive, but I think it's kind of cool if my first, like my kill count at this boss is going to be 201 at the end of the 200 kill streak. That's kind of cool to me anyway. Light purple? Dark blue? I don't know. The color is what the color is. She arching on my Glacier till I'm hard mode. Gimby... Gimby, that's crazy. I'm so worried about you. That's crazy. Like, I don't know if I should call someone for you or if I should add it as a command, you know? Like, you're right on the line there. PC with the men's? Yo man isn't around. So the reason I'm not joining voice with Pup and Legos is because I do actually need to focus. We're at the hardest kills of a 200 kill streak, and I'm risking a ton. If I get like sucked into a conversation, I'm gonna die and I'm gonna lose all the loot. And that is just something I know about myself. That was a good man. That was a good one. You're jealous of my heaters. It was a good one. It's just, it's also concerning. If you die with a core in the chest, do you lose it? You do. But if you die with 2 cores in the chest, you only lose 1 of them. So what happens is if you die, you lose 25% of your total loot. But it rounds down. So anything you have 1 of, you get 0 of. Yeah, that's kind of the way that it works. So right now, if I were to die like this kill, I would actually lose over 200 million coins. Which, that's one of the things I like about this boss, actually. Like, the high stakes make it really, really enjoyable to me. It kind of feels like old death costs a little bit. It's good. Hi, BS, like you did in 6 months. Thanks for giving a spotlight for smaller creators like Pup in this series. No worries. Yeah, that was one cool thing about the Locked In series. One of the things that like was really important to me is like I wanted to make sure every single person in the group was a creator of some kind. All right, did I win? Nope. Keep it moving. All right, I need more grim charge. Deluxe happening. What do you recommend? Get working on first stat 62 attacks, strength range, prayer, magic. 13 rune crafting? Okay, brother. I think you knew what I was gonna say. You can't be 13 rune crafting. 7 agility? 7 agility. Okay. Here's what we're doing. You're going. We got some skill. We're 1 farming. Okay. Let me think. 64 cooking though. Whew. Make a mean cake. You're okay. How do we even approach this? Wait, how are you 76 fletching and 13 crafting? What happened? Wait, your stats are so cool. You have the most enigmatic stat dispersion I've ever seen in my life. Like I'm being very genuine. That's crazy. Oh, I love that. No, don't quit and restart. Rude. Banned. Okay, so general double XP theory is you basically just want to do skills that are expensive, that cost money. So like processing skills. So like crafting, fletching, herb lore. Because if you get double XP, you need half the materials, which means as long as you don't think too hard about what that means for the economy, you only have to spend half as much. So I would do your processing skills, but the second double XP ends, you have some farming to do. You're thinking 99 prayer? So prayer isn't a good skill to do on double XP. Because most of the boosts for prayer don't work on double XP. Because it's like the powder of pulverizing or whatever it is. That's the best way to train prayer. It won't stack with the XP. It doesn't say that anywhere, but it doesn't work. So yeah, I would go a different direction. Technically, if you have charms, the best skill to do on double XP is summoning. That is the most efficient skill in the game. I'm trying to decide what I want to listen to for our power hour. We'll see what happens with this. All right, let's go. I've got runes. I've got divine charges. I got grim. Yeah, let's get it. Knowledge bombs work for prayer? Wait, really? Wait, I actually didn't know that. That's crazy if they work. All right, let's go. We got a lock-in chat. Death metal? I am not a death metal guy. I kind of wish I was. Like, I feel like that'd be a very cool part of my backstory, but I can't do it. But yeah, with your current stats, you kind of can't go wrong this DXP. Like, there are so many skills you can train that would be very reasonable. Not to overwhelm you, but I think I gave you a couple good options. Use dwarven tools with brawlers for 4 mil XP an hour in woodcutting and fishing. See, this is what I mean when I feel like maybe I'm just like skilling wrong, you know? Some of y'all have some absolutely crazy skilling strats. Ryan looks like he throws elbows in the pit. I can't say I do. But if you think I should, maybe I'll put it on the list. I signed again? Oh no, dude, eat. Wait, that actually like max rolled me. What? How did that sign me? I kind of don't... I'm not going to say I don't agree with that. Because I know the game doesn't really care how I feel about it, but... What? Yeah, how did that hit that much? Like, genuinely. Alright, well... Scary hours... Power hours signs immediately. Yeah, that did kind of happen, didn't it? And now, like, I can't miss a single prayer flick. If I do, I just kind of die. Like, that's not very fun. You know, none of this is super fun. What if my mouse dies? My mouse is actually giving me battery warnings, but I think it does that when it's below 20%, which is like still a reasonable amount of gaming. So we will be all good. Yeah, I really do need to be careful. Holy. I just brewed down so much I can't spellbook swap. That's not great. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, we're all good. Wireless mouse couldn't be me. Well, here's the thing. I had one mouse that I absolutely loved forever, and they discontinued it. So, I'm kind of just... I'm a bit of a free agent right now. I went with what was, by my estimates, the closest thing. Jesus 100? No, I mean, that whole era of gaming mice was basically discontinued. I was always a Razer Naga guy. Like the Naga Hex. How does Silent Life work? So you don't have the pocket slot. I haven't activated on Anachronia. You can put a cape on a stand and it'll work passively. So I have a defense cape on a stand with 90 construction. And basically I always have a sign active because it's on my stand. Did I win? Nope. 10,000 water battle saves though. Nice. 2,100 rage. Keep it moving. They discontinued the Naga, which is G600. We see how that ended. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. That is like definitely a sign of like very late game capitalism. Is when beloved products that people like and work really, really well and people love and have like cult followings get discontinued because someone realized that if they discontinue it and then anything similar to it, they make way more expensive. They can actually get more money out of you. Like the Razer Naga was $59.99 Canadian, even like a couple years ago. And they got rid of it. And the two replacement options are $150 and $250. That should be illegal, man. That should be a crime. Yeah, but it works really well, right? Like, as a technique, it works brilliantly. It even worked on me, right? I said I like this mouse. I like the setup of it. So... Wait, is my calc not working? How? Oh, there you go. He's back. Sick. Yeah. I wanted a mouse like the $60 mouse that I liked. And I was offered $150 or $250, and I spent $150. So in a way, I'm kind of the problem. I'm basically the reason why late stage capitalism works. I succumbed, chat. Yeah, at least I'm less loyal than I used to be. To Razer, and that makes me like more open to being a free agent. You know? You know, I probably sold like 1,000 Razer Nagas over the years from people asking what mouse I use. And they threw all of it away. Why does sometimes your magic ability act like you use darkness? I have enhanced devoted on my gear. It could be that. But I don't have anything that's letting me dodge. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have anything dodgy. Oh, Threads of Fate. Ooh, yeah, I got you. So I'm using Greater Chain. Greater Chain is like the OG Threads of Fate. So the ability I use after Chain is going to work as an area of effect. I mean, it really is basically the OG the OG Threads of Fate. Woo! That's kind of bad. It's fine. Kind of scary, but we're good. All right, let's go. Yeah, basically Octagon Cake. I wasn't going to learn how to use a new mouse in the middle of a Hardcore Iron Man series. That felt really stupid, so... Yeah, I specifically sought out something comparable. All right, let's finish the boss. Please get there. Nice. Did I win? Nope. Oh, Stone Spirits. At this point in the streak, these last like 20 drops are so important. There are fixed G-Chain working AoE Amalgs. There are currently some bugs with G-Chain. I don't know exactly which ones there are and which ones there aren't, but I do know there are some bugs with G-Chain. Is there nothing on the scroll? Nothing. 20,000 Stone Spirits. How much mining XP is that? AFK. $2 Temu mouse works fine. Does Temu? I mean, I've never used a Temu, but I would assume that tariffs probably kill the business model on that pretty aggressively. Why 200 and not over? 200 is the furthest the game lets you get. If you go over 200, the game just, it forces you to claim. It says, congrats, you're a billionaire. You claim this. Do we know if the Corsair Scimitar is any good? I've never personally used it, but I've heard really good things about it. Yeah. That's like one of the quintessential RuneScape player mice. That'd be a good way to put it. There's like the Logitech G600, the Razer Naga, the Corsair Scimitar are probably the three most... You'd say they're the three most iconic MMO mice. Yeah, surely. And the equation they use for drops to make the drop rates too rare above 200. It's not even that. It's actually the reason why there's a cap at 200 is because the streak mechanic is borrowed from Telos, and at Telos it was arbitrarily set to 200 because it was widely like known and accepted that no one would ever be able to do it because they didn't anticipate this amount of power creep. So it just like wasn't even a thing that was even considered. And then a few years later, well, many years after Telos came out, 200 kill streaks became a thing. It's the same reason why Telos's drops are a 1 in 15 at the highest in Rage. That was not intended. It was not expected that anyone would ever be able to kill Telos at that in Rage. So it didn't really matter that the drop rates are really high because no one could actually get there. And now that people are there, it's like, oh, drops are really common. But yeah, with regard to Glacier specifically, The only reason it's 200 at Glacier is because it was 200 at Telos. And the seeded streak chest, it's the same. It's the same implementation as Telos. So it caps at 200. But yeah, I don't think drops would get too common. Because your drop rate gets capped, actually, before you hit 200 kills on a 200 kill streak. Fun fact, so... Once you're at kill like 130 or 140 at Glacier or something like that, might have been before that, your drop rate doesn't get better kill over kill at all. It just stays where it is. Because there's a claims cap, but you hit the claims cap earlier on a streak, obviously. Kind of own 3G per wireless, but more for FPS general use. Love them. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the specifics of the equation are not public knowledge, like they're not shared. Because it goes against policy to share the exact specifics of the game mechanics, obviously. Well, I say obviously, but like when you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. All right, Glacier, what do you got for me, boss? Nope. On to the next. Yeah, dude, this actually gave me the biggest jump scare in the universe. I was looking at wiki money-making guides. Anyone want to guess what the top moneymaker is on the RuneScape wiki? It's 200 kill streak at 4K. Why? And the other weird thing about this is it doesn't even make sense because the drop rate caps at 2,500 anyway. So wouldn't it be 200 kill streak from 2.5K? Why would you start it at 4K? But yeah, that's apparently the best moneymaker in the game, according to the RuneScape wiki. Yo, like, why would you? So anyway, I found out the best moneymaker in the game is just flexing. Only encountered if you're a chronic flexer. Recommended 73 summoning. Yeah, it's for Blood Reaver, which was nerfed. So most of the stuff on the wiki is good. I'll say 20% of the stuff on the wiki makes negative sense. Ain't nobody doing that as a moneymaker. Like just for fun. But yeah, the other thing is too, like, I guess you get lots of commons on a high streak count, so it's like lots of uniques plus high comments too, but I think like logically there's no way it actually makes sense to do that because of how much risk you'd be assuming, right? Like, I don't think the commons at Telos are so high that like you need to rely on the commons to make your thing worth it when your unique drop rate doesn't change. Yeah, dude, I was looking at the skilling money-making guides because I'm going to do a rebuild with skilling, and I just wanted to see what the wiki had. The wiki had Croesus in a different team size, the Gate of Elidus, and then the next 20 entries were just rune crafting and then each different rune through the abyss because the magical thread is what makes up the money. And I just thought that was really funny. That doesn't need to be 20 entries in your guide. It's not like the rune you make isn't, to most people that doesn't make, like, just say rune crafting. Just say rune crafting is 30 mil an hour. But yeah, anyway. Wiki's wild sometimes. Shirley Saunders put it on there? True. Luca updated it just for himself. Tell my moneymaker, I got 500 plus onions and sold them on G for 50k each? Holy smokes. Wait, you're the one that's been price gouging the onions? It was Denny the whole time? Were you operating alone, or are you a conduit for a subsidiary? Are you being paid by Big Denny's to capture the market for onions? I can't believe this. But what am I going to do when I order fajitas if it doesn't come with 10 pounds of completely not asked for onions? Scaling money making didn't include accidental fire making? It did. But yeah, you had to scroll past like 20 straight entries that were all just rune crafting different runes. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a rebuild where I think I'll do 12 hours instead of 24. And then the idea is it'll just be like a video called like, is skilling actually bad as a moneymaker? Because I've never really done it as a moneymaker. And I'm just like, I'm very curious to see if it's as bad as people say, or possibly more likely if people want to just be able to AFK an infinite amount of money, and in reality, if you play actively, you can make really good money skilling. If you're gonna ask me to guess how it would go, that would be my guess. My guess is in that 12 hours, I make absolute bank because I'm willing to actually play the game. But yeah, I am gonna structure it like a rebuild though, starting from nothing, because I think that's one of the things that skilling really has. Is a big advantage of skilling is like you could just do it. And then for skilling, I'm not gonna allow myself to like kill Ripper demons or anything, because that's combat as well. It's gonna be purely either processing or yeah, either processing, so buy something, do something to it, sell it, or it's gonna be like actual skilling. Any drops? Bro, remnants are it's such a bad drop at this enrage, man. I was operating alone. There were literally 0 when I had to use them myself. Put an order for 100k, didn't sell, so I started finding them myself. Put the price up at 30k and then 50k, and they sold all in 5 days. Denny, a bit of an entrepreneur. What a method. It doesn't seem a good dude brow that isn't Runecraft and Croaster Gate exist. I think BGH is pretty good. And my favorite skilling moneymaker of all, doing Tetra Compass logs on 300 accounts at once. Also known as POB. Player-owned bot farm. Now that's where the real money is. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of myself for still being on, still being in Power Gear. Temporal Anomaly, you know, we're doing it. I'm signing a lot more, but that's okay. It's a sign of things to come. Black Salamanders aren't buying for 10k? Wait, really? Damn. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna plan out my route it's definitely not going to be a route that I plan out by just copying the wiki guide. Oh, crap. Saved. Whew. That was really bad. That was actually like giga bad. Why did I do that? It was so stupid. Yeah, so my suspicion is it the best moneymakers in the game right now are active methods where you're preparing something that people who are AFKing need that also aren't super botted. As long as it meets those parameters, it's probably really good. Yeah, I genuinely could have died there. It's not my best, but it's okay. Hi, Nathan. How are you? How's Pups DK's progress? It's a good question. Oh, I'm going to have to check in with him. We're doing good. Glad to hear it, Nathan. We're getting closer to the end here of this 200 kill streak. Which is pretty cool. We're also like really at the enrage where I'm starting to get blasted a bit, but it's not a bad thing. The kills are just getting, they're getting nice and interesting, that's for sure. Got a $200 card for $98 today. Nice. That's pretty cool. So here's a question. Do you go to the same card show like every couple weeks? Is it a card show? Is it just is it a store? Nathan is a Pokemon card enjoyer. Three to 4K damage through prayer is crazy. Yeah, we're getting up there, man. It's crazy, though, that I'm able to soul split that much HP back. That's the crazy part. Any drops? Come on. More 4,000 stone spirits from one kill. Keep it moving, I guess. Read the script. Drop incoming this kill. You think so? I think we got a couple kills to go. Oh, that's my last Calg. Oh no. Are there binding contracts in storage? I don't know if there are. There might be. There might not be. There are still. Okay, so I'll make some at some point. Those are binding contracts I put in, by the way. They're for anyone to use, but I might end up being a subsidiary of anyone. How about on 4K? On my main account I have, yeah. But on this account, I've only done this streak of kill count. Yeah, I've got 187 kill count. 187 kill count on a 186 kill streak. So this is 100% of my Arch... Well, 99% of my Archglacior experience. All right, let's go. Cool, Nathan. That's sick. Yeah, it seems like a very fun hobby. I don't have space for any kind of collectible right now. And then thing two is I also do know that it would probably bankrupt me, so maybe it's for the best. But yeah, my main account has 4K at Glacier. Your familiar is too far away to use this scroll. That is such a funny pop-up. At a boss that's like on a stationary platform. How is bro getting stuck? Oh, that sucks. Collect NFTs. Yeah, I guess there are, you know, in perspective, I hadn't considered, there are definitely better hobbies for bankrupting yourself. That's true. Yeah, but the thing about collecting NFTs, they're probably all very cheap now, because I feel like the NFT craze, I hope it died. Either the craze died, or NFT people got really, oh, I sighed! Got really self-conscious. And they don't talk about their NFT-dom anymore. Oh my god. Okay, wait, this is bad. Dude, how did I do that? I actually blew it. It's kind of bad. Isn't it? Did I get the 200 kill streak? We're still going. We are still hard at work. But also, I've kind of been throwing a little bit. I just popped another sign of life, which is kind of bad. It's honestly more than kind of bad. It's quite bad. How many of your signs have been during minions? Not that many, but the last two have, yeah. It's okay. Like, really, it just means that I should be adjusting and adding a defensive. All right. Focus time. $500,000 damage, and if I miss a prayer flick, I'm dead. Oh, that hurts. Oh, not this again, bro. Okay. Yeah, it really kind of is minions. Okay. Let cook. Also, you might notice, whenever I sign, I'm switching to a Ring of Death. Although, if you rod proc on this boss, you kind of probably die, but I'd rather a probably die and I clutch than a definitely die. What's the drop rate for a core at this stage? I actually don't know. I know it caps though, so I would assume it's whatever the drop rate is for a core at like just under 4K. That'd be my guess. All right, we got the kill. Nice. Did I win? 100 mil cash? Okay, this streak has been crazy, actually. Just 100 mil cash in the chest for fun. Oh, man. Don't tell the ethics committee. Gonna life refresh again, and we keep it moving. Balance boss, yeah. That's part of it too, is this definitely felt more justifiable when this boss came out, because this kind of streak was really, 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 really hard to do. And it's just a much easier boss than it used to be. Might be time for Crypt Bloom tech. So here's my thing about Crypt Bloom, right? I don't actually think Crypt Bloom, the way that I've been signing, I'm still going to sign the same way in Crypt Bloom. So I think I'm just going to keep trying without the Crypt Bloom. We're also very close to the end of the streak. The other thing that's on my mind a little bit is the most likely death slash sign is if I miss a prayer flick. Am I really going to miss fewer prayer flicks if the boss fight is longer? I don't know. 9 minutes on crib? Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for the heads up, though. Yeah, so every auto is like 3.6K. Yeah, that's not so bad. We'll say every auto is 4K, just to be safe. That's more than 4K. Shit. Oh boy. Okay, every auto is more than 4K. Yeah, just like I said. Yeah, the solution, this boss, like, really is line up your DPS with the Glazor's DPS so that you can soul split a ton back. Yeah, that's actually fine. Nice, keep it moving. Yeah, they're... So they're for minions. I just debil reflected, and we're fine now. Yep. Yeah, it's just an adjustment that I had to make. That's fine. Yeah, flurry autos also do a little more. Yep. So the normal ones might be closer to 3K, and then the non-flurry ones are 4.2K. It's funny because with Aegis and a Hellhound, the flurry autos do the least. Actually, I think it's just with Aegis, actually. The flurry autos do the least. There's some really interesting tech at this boss because the Pontifex ring gives you 10% damage off the flurry, but it stacks additively with everything else. So that 10% plus Aegis is 10. All of a sudden, you're only taking 30% of original hit by default. And then with Aegis, you're actually taking 20%. So you get a 1/3 damage reduction from the flurry if you use Aegis. That's what carried me to 4K, by the way. That was the strat. I want to see a core on the 200th kill. I want to see a core on this kill. I'm good. Why wait? I get an ad every time I ask? Oh no, Twitch is watching. Have I done 4K? Not on this account. So on this account, the only hard mode Glacier I've done is this streak. Like right now. I've got less than 200 kill count at the BIS. But on my main account, I have done 4K, yes. Very fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed pushing to 4K as well. I thought it was really cool. All right, a kill is a kill is a kill. What do you offer, boss? 50 Sirenic Scales. Oh, man. All right, let's keep it going. You get a Grim page. All right, team. This might have to be my last kill for today because I've got a family thing this evening. My brother's coming over for dinner. So I hope we get the drop right now. Otherwise, we'll have to finish it next stream, which would be tomorrow. But I don't want to save the last 10 kills. That would be, you know, let's get it done. Here we go. Yeah, no, we can just get her done. This is the first RuneScape live stream you've actually watched? Really? That's very cool. Well, welcome to the RuneScape directory. When I go offline, there are lots of other really cool RuneScape streamers too that you may want to watch or not watch. But there are some cool ones. There are more of us than people think. Oh my god, I was trying to one spec and I ibanned instead. Oops. I mean, I guess that's okay, because then it means I can just do that. Yeah, it's fine. All right, cool. Grim, thank you. Whoa, my mouse just started jumping around. Wait. Mouse is on 11%. 11%'s fine. Weird. All right, I'm going to say that was just like an acute mouse malfunction. Yeah, the thing about a Twitter kill streak is I've now reached my expected uniques of 3. I just happen to roll 2 books and 1 artifact. And the way that the drops are this boss, it rolls a 5-sided dice whenever you roll a unique. If it hits a 1 and a 2, you get a book. If it hits a 3 or a 4, you get an artifact. And then if it hits a 5, you get a core. So basically what that means is I missed a core drop 3 times. I rolled the dice wrong 3 times. That's okay though too, because that's just the law of averages, right? That's the average expected uniques. That doesn't mean that you're actually going to get that many. I've had 200 kill streaks where I've had no drops. I've had 200 kill streaks where I've had 5 drops, so we just need to cope that a little bit. We'll be all good. Holy crap! Everything's fine. That was bad. I'm kind of lucky I was full HP there, to be honest. Was I 78 life points? No, I think I had more than that, I think. I hope. I felt like I had more than that. I felt like I had like a few hundred. Maybe I didn't. I was on 78 life points there. Oops. Well. Gain 40 mil thieving XP in 24 hours. You're one of the 600 people abusing dwarves. Dude, you know what I want? I want RuneScape on Monday when they nerf dwarves. One, I want to see a bunch of memes. And two, I actually want to see stats. I want to know how many dwarf traders were wrongfully pickpocketed. That's what I want to know. Like, it's gotta be... I mean, I'm assuming it would be hundreds of millions of pickpockets, right? I mean, I guess we could calculate it. We could go on RuneClan. You know what? I'm gonna calculate it. After this kill, I'm calculating it. I want to know exactly how many dwarf traders... I gotta eat... Yeah, I want to know the actual amount. Yeah, I'm gonna do the math. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go on RunePixel. And I'm going to check and see how much thieving XP has been gained in the last week. And then I'll make some assumptions, like 90% of the XP gained has been from dwarf traders. And we'll make some other assumptions too. Ooh, I'm a little low on life points, team. How did that happen? It's because this boss hurts. All right, Glacior. What do you got for you, boss? The last kill of today, but we're going to keep going if we don't have a core in here. Let's see it. 20,000 water talismans. Okay, let's do a reroll with a luck ring. And to do that, you have to... hop worlds, right? Wait. That works, right? Nice, yeah. So in this way we have a chest that we can claim or unclaim. And we can teleport out from it. Let me get a luck ring. Am I gonna go for Druid and Ghostseek? Yeah. No, I'm not, Oh, we do! Sick! Thank you. Alright, let's see if we get a reroll here. How long did it take to farm the Ranger Armor? It was like 3 hours of Warcath, and then it would have been like 20 hours of 81. Unlucky. Okay, so 856,357. Or 855. Wow, so we actually made 500K. Yeah, so I made 500K from having a luck ring. Dude, that is a fat chest. There is a lot in there. But unfortunately, we're coreless. So I am going to continue the challenge. We'll have to keep it going. We'll have to do it next time. But yeah, that is a large allotment of chestage. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do now. I wanna hop on voice and say hi to Pup because he's up to stuff, and I want to calculate how many dwarf traders had their stuff stolen. Hello, pup.
Hello, Ryan.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm not bad. I just saw you in voice. I wanted to say hi because I'm no longer at risk of
Hi.
dying.
Yeah, I did see that you had a couple of signs every
Yeah.
couple of kills.
Yeah.
I am one kill off my well, not one kill, maybe one kill, one ring off my ring collection.
Like
I'm at
the
9 rings now.
the One Ring?
The one ring.
Huh.
How's your Gleikle
Nice.
been? Apart
Good.
from the
Yeah.
signs.
Yeah. It's been fine. No loot. I'm trying to calculate how many. I want to calculate how many dwarf traders have had their pockets reached into this week. Oh my god! It's gonna be a big number.
It's gonna be a
Oh
big number.
no.
It's gonna be a huge number.
Not me putting a screen up to open up a notepad because I don't want to accidentally leak something. Okay, cool. Fixed it. Okay.
Surely you
Nice.
leak everything.
Nah.
When's
Okay.
when's your data stream?
Oh yeah! I forgot
Got
about
announced.
that.
I saw
Chat,
it.
I'm hosting a data stream on the RuneScape channel. I can't remember when though. I honestly, is it next week?
I can't remember. Oh,
No,
I
it's
don't
2 weeks.
know.
I think it's the 27th. Okay, so there have been okay. So
I think
37.
Wazzy's got tons.
Yeah, so I'm looking at mains for. Oh no, that's all overall. Yeah. Yeah, actually, where is Wazzy?
I know he
What?
posted him getting lots of XP. It was on Wazzylicious, I think.
Yeah, according to Rune Pixel. Oh yeah, well there's Wazzylicious. Yeah. 98 million.
98 mil. Holy.
Oh, so maybe maybe RuneClan isn't perfect for this because it doesn't show. It doesn't
Are you
show
sure that-
Wazzylicious on weekly.
Does it count the week start as Sunday, maybe?
Maybe? Can I do a custom? I don't know that I can do a custom.
I don't think 60 mil in 24 hours is doable, though. I mean, it is with dummies and stuff.
Yeah, surely that's just MTX Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I have to separate it anyway. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm going to take each specific group because that's fewer pickpockets on a main, right? Main EXP is 35 billion. And then Iron Man XP is... Wait, Iron XP says only 2.2 billion.
What's
Oh,
the
that
main?
must have just... Sorry? Main was 35 billion.
Yeah, that's definitely off, surely.
And then monthly Iron Man is 12 bill, and I actually see them all there. Okay. Okay, we'll do monthly, and then we'll just make some assumptions. Okay. 12. Okay, so Iron XP is 12 billion. Main XP is 127 billion. And then I'll look at the hardcores too. I know no one plays hardcore, but... $1.2 billion.
More than I thought.
Nice. Wait, is Tall and Manly on there? Tall and Manly's on there!
Yo,
Let's go!
you're so tall and manly, Ryan.
Thank you. Okay. So for hardcore XP, we divide it by, it's like 585 because they're getting base XP. Iron XP, we're dividing by 585 as well. Main XP, we're dividing by like 1200 because it's two plus X.
It'll be 2 and a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like
It's 12. It should be
120%.
1200.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we should make some assumptions because dwarf traders haven't been busted the whole month, but people have been flocking there this month. I think it would be fair to assume that 70% of the monthly thieving XP gained has been at dwarf traders. 70%.
I would have said more. I would have probably said like 85.
You say
If it was
80?
me.
Okay, we'll say 80. We'll say 80.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's true because everyone did flock traders and early bird bonus
Yeah.
the crap out of it. Okay. So.
Surely no one's doing thieving a couple of weeks before DXP for fun.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so mains have pickpocketed 127. So multiply by 0.8. Oh no! Mains have pickpocketed approximately 84 million dwarf times. Has a main account reached into the pocket of a
That's a
dwarf
lot
trader?
of pickpocketing. Oh, apparently you can filter by last week instead of this week.
Doesn't work
that'll
either
show you
though because
since
it's crossed
update.
over, right?
I don't know.
Like it wouldn't be perfect, would it? Why not click DXP? Because people have been flocking. Irons have been flocking here since before DXP.
Yeah, since the update.
Okay, divided by 585, and then times 0.8. Okay. Irons, just about 17 million. Hardcore irons, we'll do... Uh, 585 times 0.8. Okay. Okay, cool. So in total dwarves to be robbed in broad daylight this week.
Were you robbed this week, Ryan?
I don't really know. I think I'm around, to be honest. Okay. By my approximation, a dwarf has had their pocket reached into and plundered a grand total in the last week of 103 million times. That's a pretty big number. That's a lot of plundering. Rune Pixel's week starts on Sunday, so you could look at last week and make it more accurate. Okay, so I would go to last week. Okay, well, we'll see how far off I am, right? Like, we'll see how far off the numbers are. I'll do it again. Okay, so in the last week... That is not accurate. Because it's saying that, yeah, it's not working correctly. Because it's saying that I gained 4 million thieving XP on Tall and Manly before the update.
Slightly off.
Yeah, that's off, unfortunately. Yeah, that is not better. Yep, unfortunately. Oh, unless I manually add up. Yeah, I guess I could add up today and last week. Yeah, oh, okay, so I could add them both. Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
That's as hard for Ryan sometimes.
V2. Well, no, it's just last week is not update week to update. It's update until Sunday randomly. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So hardcore is...
It'll be interesting to see how heavily the drops off after the patch. I imagine not much at all. I think people will figure out methods to negate the healing. Well,
Yep,
negate
I agree.
Negate the damage.
Okay, so we got
I
900
think is
mil.
fine.
V2 iron is 2.2 bill plus 8.2 bill. So 11 bill. 11 bill exactly. Okay, yeah, wait. Yeah, look, going off monthly was fine. It's literally almost the same. Irons this month have gained 12.4 bill total thieving XP, and 11 billion of it was this week. Okay, so basically our math was fine.
I'm proud of you, Ryan.
It was literally fine.
Oh!
Ooh, a
Here's
Kopesh.
a Kopesh.
Let's go!
That could be kind of cool.
You could Kopesh flanking. It would look pretty sick, to be honest with you.
Wait, is that the main hand or the offhand?
Of
no.
What's it called?
Kopesh of the Caridian.
I think that's the main hand, no?
Oh, we want the offhand.
No, you could main hand flank.
Oh, I'm not a noob.
I know.
You're kind of cool though.
Okay, yeah, the math we did was fine because almost all of the XP that has been gained in thieving has been after the update. So yeah, the approximation of 103 million is good. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we had that talk. Dude, do you think dwarves need better pants?
Maybe they should get pockets with zippers.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, surely they should figure it out by now. But yeah, that's really funny. Anyway, Papa, I'm gonna catch you later. Take it easy.
Have a good one.
Yeah, so chat, the reason I'm not redoing the math is because we approximated that 80% of the thieving XP gained is from dwarf traders anyway. So already it's not a perfectly accurate number. So it kind of, yeah. It was an approximation. If you wanted me to give a range, it would be somewhere between 90 million and 110 million pickpockets. But yeah. With that said, you could have got the last 10 kill count at that time. Nah, I could have gotten 2 kills. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to call it there for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in the stream today. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another stream. I don't know if we'll be up at the crack of dawn doing update reviewing. Depending on the update, I guess we will. But if not, we'll be live later in the day. Do some gaming. Get this streak done. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon. It's time to hate watch the Toronto Maple Leafs with my family. That seems pretty good. Pup is doing a stream doesn't end until 10 Archer rings, but he decidedly told me not to raid him. So I guess we won't do that. Okay. We got a lot of people streaming. I'm going to send you guys over to Grandpa because they're a streamer that my wife is a huge fan of, and that seems like a fun thing to do. So I hope you guys enjoy their stream. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone.